Hey, what's up, guys? Good evening. I hope you guys are sorted, liquor in bed with a cup of coffee, and you're excited to watch Coffee and Comedy with myself, Rezah Forbes. And as you guys know, today we're actually on the block right here in Wynberg, and we are by the YGN Apparel store. Now, hulle was om die draai gewees, but they moved now. They're bigger and better. And tonight we actually have the privilege of sitting down and spending the day actually at the store and chatting to Marwan, who's going to be telling us more about the YGN Apparel and also how you guys actually can come through and buy things. And some people don't even know where the block is. So vandag gaan ek weet exactly waar is die blok en wat sy hier op die blok kan doen. And also, we're obviously focusing on the YGN store. So sit your seatbelt aan en sit terug. It's going to be a fun ride. Follow me. Masakin.
Salam, salam.
Yo. So we made it.
Yes, indeed, sir. Yes,
We
indeed.
made it. And I think that is maybe a saying that you were dreaming of saying. Not only when it came to what you guys have achieved now, but with a vision being there in the past, saying, kyk, ons gaan dit doen, ons gaan dit doen.
Ons gaat het maken, ons wil het
Verstaan
maken.
ze? And because we all dream of saying this was,
No
yo,
doubt.
mama, I made it.
You know what, no? When Young won the award and he made the speech and he was like the one thing that he said and stuck with everybody, if one of us win, all of us win.
Yeah,
So ever since we picked up the tag, Kaapstad did it.
yeah,
And for every achievement, whether it is yours or mine or somebody from Cape Town,
yeah.
the ultimate tagline behind it, Kaapstad did it.
Kaapstad did it. I love that because it unifies everyone because that is the style that he represents.
Away,
And
definitely.
I wanna go into a deep conversation, but before I go into that, what are your thoughts on? And I'm sorry for asking this question, but I just want to So we obviously know that Cape Town has this new generation of rappers coming out, right?
Away.
And nowadays, nowadays everyone wants to be without trying to kiss to and whatever youngster. Everyone wants to rap like him. Everyone is because before when we had aspiring rappers come up, they would have this kind of American style
True.
in them. But now it's like, hey, as die
It's
kan
Kaapstad.
doen, ek kan dit doen.
Right.
But on my end, I think the guys are fine. Not everyone is doing it to a certain extent. What are your thoughts on those?
See, the ideas around it, of course, was when something like this gets pushed, this
Yeah.
kind of narrative, someone's going to have to follow. And yes, if they are going to copy it, because he copied artists from the past, he's
Yeah.
still copying artists.
Yeah.
He's still aspiring to be either like them or he's taking ideas from them,
Yeah.
the clothes, the shows, whatever it is it might be. He's still taking it from them and making it his own.
Yeah.
He's made it now at such a point that this is youngster CPT. You know, by the time his verse drops, you know that is him and
Exactly.
klaar. With the lights that he's following to be like them, like him, we honestly salute them.
Uh-huh.
However, we do see them popping around here all the time. There was
Yeah.
a lighty now the other day came to the bench, he was lying on the block. We all were here speaking to Young and he just started crying before I could even say anything to him. And I'm talking about snot and trana. And he's like, nah, he needs help, he needs support.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, my bro, we ourselves are still trying to support ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He came through to the block, he had like maybe one song. That's not enough. Now, don't get me wrong, to approach someone like Riyadh, like Youngster CPT with one song and expect much.
Yeah.
Nah, you rather just don't stick out.
Yeah.
Stick out to him with a shitload of content, a shitload of
Yeah.
work. Show him how serious you are about your things, about your work,
Yeah.
and he will take you serious. That I can definitely promise. Salam, salam. You're out at the YGN Apparel store with Marwan and Rezah. We are having so much comedy on this couch, no coffee. Stay tuned. Salam.
All right, so we spoke about briefly just about what YGen means and the name where it came from
yeah.
and what the idea for that actually was. But now we're still staying in that point of time where, okay, we had the idea, we know what it is that we wanted to do, but let's speak about the execution, actually getting things off the map or on the road or
Oh, yeah.
whatever it means to say.
Yo, you know, the main thing, like we tell all the men who come here, all the ladies also, the main thing what we did and what we still continue to do is we just staying consistent.
Yeah.
Every single day you'll see hygiene, you'll hear it, you'll come across it somewhere somewhere in your world.
Yeah.
You are just gonna commit with us,
Yeah.
regardless of how it is you want to feel or be about it.
Oh, yeah.
Pop-ups. I mean, when we started out with all the pop-ups, we're just taking it back to the music now.
Yeah.
The music, there was free shows that people couldn't even begin to imagine. There was so
Serious?
much free stuff that Young did that now you can't even see him, and you know it's come to that point. The free shows, the free carnivals, the free series, the free music, the
Yeah.
free music videos. Like it was just an influx and overload
Yeah.
of hygiene content.
Yeah.
So there was no way you're gonna miss us.
Yeah.
And then when the music videos came to a point where we were putting our own clothes in the music videos, that is when you weren't missing us.
Okay.
From there on out, we went to pop-ups with, I mean, a stoeltje, a tafeltje, out the
Serious?
boot,
Net so.
a small rail, it doesn't even, maybe no rail. Like we didn't even, not know about that part of the business element,
Yeah.
but we were focusing on moving the product.
Yeah.
So we'd sell you a sweater without the packet,
To my net so.
as long as you have the sweater.
Yeah.
That's the important part. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got maybe some form of content, as long as we got another one,
Yeah.
another YGen member, safe. And from there on out, obviously, we began to sit down with different business, different owners, different people, different
Yeah.
plugs, seeing how the game is operating. Everybody's focusing on their own parts, and this is how we actually need to execute it. Stickers. Yo, ons die Kaap volgeplakt met stickers. Anyway, stickers, taxis, cars, the branding. Nah, it was out of this world, next
Yeah.
level. Down to the jewelry. I mean, it's right here. Ek het my tande gemaak. Ek sê, why is it op my tande? Shout out Ryan the dentist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, was werksaam. You know, weet je? But you know what I'm saying? So the community has been so small and so connected
Yeah.
that we've been working with the same means, exposing ourselves already. The difference on our side, what I can say is we've just been cupping nut
Yeah.
every single day. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I wake up in the house, my house has hygiene on. The
Serious?
windows is on the doors. I live with Jerry, myself and Jay live together. The house is hygiene. My car is hygiene. Everything I'm dressed in is hygiene.
Yeah.
I come to a shop, hygiene.
Yeah.
Ik praat heel dag van hygiene. Ik is hier met jou, hygiene. It's just hygiene till the
Yeah.
very end. And that is basically it.
So you love the movement. You don't just preach.
Nah, this is the movement.
Oh,
To
yeah.
us, this is the movement. It's not like this is someone else's job. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
someone else's career, someone else's baby.
Yeah.
Nah, this is our baby.
Oh, yeah.
If you leave your light at home, just leave it there.
As you
I'm sorry that is your lighty. But if you leave your lighty with us, like this is our lighty. Nah, this light is grown very, very mashallah, alhamdulillah. Nah,
and
very
we
quiet.
see that. But I want to speak about, because you mentioned the community and the people, the connections you
Oh, yeah.
basically. Because in Cape Town, it's a minute connection.
Nah, you must have a connect.
But let's speak about the plug for you. When was the turning point for YGen, when it's like, especially in terms of the apparel store, the apparel side of things, the clothing and the business side of things, when do you think was that turning point where it actually took off and you're like, kyk, ons kan nie meer net lê net die boot uit die, nah, is nou groot.
Do you know what? No, we were actually sitting with that for a long time, and people don't obviously see that.
Yeah.
So a lot of what we have now comes from the music,
Yeah.
comes from the shows, it comes from the downloads, it comes from something that you've done regarding the music. This is where we came from. So with all the attention, with all the action, with all the who knows YGen and who knows the
Yeah.
plugs, Riyadh, aka Youngster CPT, he's the artist. So his connects are automatically the artists.
Yeah.
It's the guys interviewing him, it's the guys watching him.
Yeah.
We, on the other hand, started out just making a few merch, like a few t-shirts here and
Yeah.
there, start selling that. Like I said, we could see it in the music videos all the time, and I told him, kyk broertjie, it's duidelijk,
Yeah.
there's no issues,
Yeah.
but we need our own stuff in there.
Yeah.
And once we start putting our own stuff in music videos, people could see it more and more and more and more.
Exactly.
With the connects, like we could see, okay, we're doing a pop-up, so Young is blowing up, he's getting bigger and
Yeah.
bigger and bigger. Our pop-ups is now still on the same level.
Okay.
Kan nie visie.
Yeah.
So now we also need to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
Went out to the Owens, kykie, you want to collab? No. No time for hygiene apparel. No faith.
Serious?
We were too young. And I understand that. I get it. I fully understand. I accept it.
Yeah.
All the no's, I accept it. We went to the Owens Keke Young has been working with. They told me no. The business, hygiene apparel, as a brand, too young. As a clothing brand, too young. I get it. Because we're going to be up against who now? Your Nikes, your name brands.
Exactly.
We're going to be up against the big dogs. And then your other current local brands who's already made its mark, we're up against them.
Yeah.
Not really up against them, but I mean, the moment you come with a new product, you become, your money is being spent by a different consumer. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So now automatically with something new on the playing field, nobody wanted to play with us really.
Yeah.
So we just had to stick to our guns. And then alhamdulillah, I won't lie, we met a bra in Joburg. Shout out Manny the Plug. He is the plug. Grew, yeah, had a very dope relationship, still do. And he was basically the one to say, you know what, I will back you with this and this. And it was because of that, he gave us a liquor steward,
Okay.
good understanding, good business, good friendships, just good everything, man. He's a good mentor, a very good guy. And he was the one who said, right, though, here's a stock for the shop.
Yeah.
We were already in the shop with our own things, and he just made it possible for us to keep going from there on out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with that, Ricky, shout out Ricky and Cotton Fest, we did a collab with them.
Okay.
One of the first local brands in terms of to do a collab with artist brands.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Ricky and Youngster was the
Yeah.
first to do a clothing on their brands. You know what I'm saying? So that was also big for the culture. And I mean, from there on out, we did, I mean, this year alone, we got Street Fever as a collab, one of the biggest plugs out there. Shout out to Street Fever. We got Netflix, The Blood and Water.
Yo.
That's global pluggery.
Yo.
Shout out, homies. And then we also got now Starter, which we just dropped the collab with. And I mean, that is all, that's international, that is big.
Yeah.
And that was just from Kapping An. Just from Kapping An. And one day, the right plug came along and he was like,
That's it.
alhamdulillah, let's keep it going. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Aware.
Kijk hier, mijn arm raakt een beetje lam.
Yeah, it's all good, it's
We're gonna go find a place to sit. But we're gonna go deep in. We want to find out what is basically your role when it comes to the YGen and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
But ik wil gaan zitten, mijn arm is lam, man.
Back at it.
Arm is lam. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the capacity.
You know what? We must speak to Early B. That nigga has the capacity.
Hey.
Shout out Earl.
Shout out. Listen here, real talk. What is your role when it comes to YGen? Because we met a while back already, and you were basically. I think we were at when you were around the corner.
Yeah.
We were there.
Oh, yeah.
But you basically net van my vision af kan
Oh,
ek
yeah.
sien okay you basically kind of pulling strings when it comes to the YGen. But I want you to confirm it because I don't just want to make assumptions and then more of a ethica hitman what from
Nah, there's nothing like that. It's a very safe business. It's a safe zone on the
Okay.
block. We're very safe out here. Don't worry. In terms of what I do, you can basically say when it comes to the marketing, the branding, in terms of the clothing, anything that we've put our name onto, basically, I would like to say I had influence or
Yeah.
just directly done that myself.
Yeah.
In terms of when we did the clothing, prior to having suppliers do it for us, we were out there actually printing the stuff on clothing.
Yeah.
I was a part of that. The house was full of off-cuts,
Yo,
full of
bruh.
vinyls, full of whatever the case might be. I mean, that was the buzz.
Yeah.
Young has the music to take care of, right? We understand that.
Yeah.
Jerry, shout out to Jerry as well, the manager. He has Young to take care of, and he also helps manage and run the YGen business.
Okay.
And there's Muffin Man with the music, right? And then there's me with the merchandise.
Yeah.
So we all have our own roles, and it makes more sense if we can focus that on ourselves, because
Yeah.
that is where our strength lies.
Yeah.
And then with, obviously, as a team, we do come together and we say, right, though, never mind that, yes
Yeah.
for that. Because not all ideas are quite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
is,
Even
yeah.
they must tell me, nah, I can't put
Bietjie. Sy's lekker bietjie.
Maybe not this one. Maybe
Yeah.
try this one. Maybe try the collar. Make the collar a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Make the sleeves a bit longer.
But that's how it
Something.
goes. That's how it
Yeah,
works.
that's trial and error. I mean, I didn't start out in a clothing capacity.
Yeah.
I was working normal jobs. Started out at Checkers. I was telling you about the lights from Checkers. I started as Checkers as a cashier, till packer.
Yo.
That's it. Door to door sales. I was working up. The last job I had was here by Home Choice,
Wow.
up the road. So, I mean, I've learned. I've dealt with people, so I know what it is to be with a brand, with brands.
Yeah.
How to take care of people's brands. And now that we have our own that needs taken care of, and this year I would like to consider my baby.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is where you'll find me.
Yeah.
Any single day of the week except the Sunday. You can get me here on the block in the shop.
Wow.
If you're seeing me at the pop-up, best believe I sold you your first t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the, ik vouw al je sweaters ook. I pack your caps. Whatever
Yeah.
garment you might have on. Prior to the street fever thing, even if you get it in the shop,
Yeah.
that comes from my hands and I've had a part in that.
Wow.
You know what I
The
mean?
Godfather.
So like in terms of where I am positioned in the YGN, it's basically wherever you see the merchandise. If
You
you see the
involved
merchandise
directly there.
moving, that is me.
Directly.
New designs coming out, that is what I'm sitting with now with obviously a couple of other more
Yeah.
designers, but from in terms of the design point of view, like I'll ask Riyadh, I'll ask him, Kegi, give me the alphabet in your
Yeah.
handwriting. Okay,
Yeah.
now we got it. At the back of that top over there is youngster CPT's print, his handwriting, his signature.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Crazy,
saying? His face on the tag is like it's on the tags. Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
a piece of cardboard on the tag. However, that's youngster over there. His face is
Yeah.
on the box. He positions us to a point where the music takes us a certain way and gives
Yeah.
a certain message. I do the same with the merchandise.
Yeah.
He keeps his music in the streets, in the corporates. We do the exact same on the merchandise.
And I was
point
just
of view.
I was just thinking while you were mentioning everything that the relationship between YGN and in terms of branding, YGN and Youngster's brand, it's basically like if you think Youngster, you immediately think YGN. If you think YGN, you immediately think Youngster. And it's so for me ironic because you guys are related and who know him best than you. So because you see basically that blueprint, that DNA within YGen, because it's directly linked. Do you think that your position is, because from my point it's like perfect because the DNA is in there, because I mean who else knows him best?
Like you see, like there is obviously a big influence, and especially him being younger, so him coming with the new school flavor, the
Yeah.
new school brasa, the new school, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm again with the older crowd, so I'm coming with that older kind of thing. So we kind of meeting in the middle, and we've met in the middle, and this is basically the outcome of where our ideas has basically put us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not even like to simple thing. That's as simple as it can get. His favorite color is blue, mine is red. As simple as that. And in the middle there, it gets green, and there's your neutral grounds. Safe.
Okay, Baru, so quick fire questions. We're gonna get personal, go just to get to know you a bit better. So I'm gonna hand you the mic and then you're gonna go for it. Okay. So here's your first question. Tell us what is your most embarrassing moment ever? Like, het gaat hard wees om my embarrassing moment te top.
Yo, you know what? No, I'm gonna speak now in a like with a YGN capacity.
Okay.
I thought I was being smart, right? I booked a couple of meetings, right, with Owens. I wanted to collab with. It's nothing to do with the clothing game.
Okay.
And then I'm like, you know what, Yati? I need you for this one, man. Kiki, come with me. Can't you just bounce with me?
Yeah.
So we go to the meetings and we're chatting. Kiki, I'm pouring my heart out to this man. So, Kiki, collab. Do you want to? A, B, C,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I see all the dope work you're doing with Youngster. He's right here. I
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
him with.
yeah.
They told me no. I left all that meetings with a no, with Youngster next to me. Okay, Gusta and Jay, I had to sit with that the whole time, chicken, yo.
En hy proe nie lekker nie. Nou.
And I mean with Youngster. Ik bring het vir Youngster na jou company toe om te sê,
Exactly.
kyk, werk met ons. En Jay sê, nee. That was
Wow, that was
tough, yeah. It was a hard pill to swallow.
Okay.
And I think And I think it was also a good pill to swallow, no
Okay.
matter how cack it was. You know what I'm saying? Because why? It showed me that it's either they're still not believing in
Yeah.
what it is we're
Yeah.
doing, no matter how much you've worked with
Yeah.
this guy before,
Yeah.
no matter how much it brought your business. It wasn't still at the point where we could shake hands. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And coming into the game, being Young's brother and not saying that. I
Yeah.
don't tell anybody about it. You're probably the first to know. Whoever's going to see this now,
Yeah.
they'll be the first to know as an open thing that I'm saying now. But I don't tell people. If they make the connection, then quite.
Yeah.
If you don't, even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To him or to me, to anybody else, I work here by the store.
And that's it.
And that's it. I know youngsters quiet.
That's it.
Safe.
Safeties.
That's-
Okay.
There's no issues with it.
Okay. Let's move over to the next question. If you, right now at this moment, right, there's a bank error. I don't know if you heard of that girl that picked up like 40 million.
Oh,
they
yes,
gave it.
yes.
But
yes.
let's say there's a bank error in your favor and you got 40 mil like in your account today. Wat is die eerste ding dat jy sal doen met nou geld?
Yo, Owens, we're reinvesting. We're reinvesting back into the business.
No, sir, not me.
Nah, where you want to go to? Where you want to
Japan
go?
or like,
And do what?
I don't know, eat sushi.
You see, you don't even know. The moment you get that amount of money, you don't even know what to do with it. So my first and open and honest answer that I gladly, I wouldn't even think twice of doing it.
Okay.
I wouldn't even go out and buy me a new car.
Okay.
Custom. Because that's going to come probably with, I don't know, maybe somebody will get it for me. You know? A good gesture with a good gesture. So I would always say, nah, without a doubt. This is the business that I'm thinking of. It's a business that we're running. It's a business
Yeah.
that we have. It's a future for all of our families, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If I should pick up at 40 mil, definitely it's going back into this business
Bro,
immediately.
that 40 mil's going back with me with home.
Aye,
Kijk,
you see, he's from, where's he from? Please tell me where he's from. If you know Rezah Forbes, waar is Rezah van?
don't tell him. Kijk, who is your celebrity crush? Anywhere in the world.
Yo, I don't do that. I don't do that.
At all.
Uh-uh.
But who?
I'm focused too much on the next move in terms of the next maybe celebrity idea of what they might pop off in terms
Okay.
of their brands, their clothing, those kind of things. Yeah, like
Then we switch it. Who's your celebrity work with, like crush in terms of for business? Collab.
yo, if I could, Nipsey Hussle, I mean, we have him right there, but that's not
Sure,
going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen with him directly. With TMC, if it could happen with TMC, sure, I'll be, yeah, my mind will be blown.
Okay.
And inshallah, don't worry, you're going to get my DMs. I know you're going to read it. The emails, I know you're going to, somebody's going to
We'll
get
even
back
see
to
what
me.
we can do because we have connections.
I know you're going to get back to me. TMC, nice, salute. RIP, Nipsey Hussle.
Okay, cool. Now, when you're feeling a certain way, like Kegi, you aggro today, like you don't spark now for everyone. Whoever's gonna come and tell you something, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't want to tell people, and then it's not like that.
Oh, yeah.
But what is something that instantly changes your mood? Something, someone, a song, anything that immediately get you out of it and just like, nah, I'm
Kijk,
in a vibe.
if anybody knows me, if you know me, like you say you know me, you know I'm going to smoke a joint. You know I'm going to smoke a joint, I'm going to smoke a pipe, I'm going to dab. Something is to do with boom. It's going to calm me the fuck down. So I can deal with everything else this dunya has to offer me.
So I'm sure you guys had heard a lot of bleeps on camera, but we're gonna air this part on social media so you guys
Nah,
can
we
see.
even made a techie just to go with it. Let me. You see, the planning around it it's not a lie. This is my thing. I love weed.
But kijk, my bro, it's been so dope spending time here today with you.
Always, salute,
and
salute.
it's such a pleasure, and we thank you
Nah,
so
I
much for
appreciate this, I
welcoming
appreciate
us to the store. En ons sal enige tyd weer terugkom.
Nah, I quiet you all. Anybody, everybody, please do stick it on the block. Please do follow this man. There is some crazy things happening, especially in our spaces, entertainment spaces, just in the space in general. So stay tuned to see what is going to bring or kick off in 2022, what we have to offer, what he has to offer. You might just see something unexpected that is coming from him and another. Ik ga het niet bij je praten, but anyway, stay tuned. Salam alaikum.
We out.
Salute.